Hey there. It's been about 3 months since my last video, and I thought I would come sit outside where it is beautiful and peaceful and let y'all know what I've been up to. And of course, there are giant trucks across the road cutting up a tree and making lots of noise. So, is what it is. So, this was definitely an unexpected break for me, though perhaps I should have expected it. Some of you know, in December of 25, my father passed away from cancer, and he'd been dealing with that for a year, and I'd gone through a lot of the grieving process. But um, his memorial in February still impacted me more than I had anticipated, and I enjoyed making the videos for my channel, but I found that um, come February, I just didn't have the emotional energy for it. So that was the first thing to drop off my list. And uh, well, we had a complicated relationship. We hadn't really been close since I was 13. After my parents got divorced when I was 11. But yeah, a lot to process the last few months. But I've still been very busy the last few months. I've been doing a lot of different things with my business and with my tooling and AI tooling and everything, and really pleased with how it's going. I also entered a Vibathon, which is where you vibe code a piece of software for a challenge. That went well. It was my first time doing something like that, and I got second place. And my work over the last few months and kind of what I've been going through over the last 2 years came together into this idea to start a new blog and newsletter. You can find that at step0.com. That is step hyphen and then the number 0.com, because that's the domain I could get. But this idea of step zero, it's that there is work to do before we can start the linear process in leadership and product management, that there is a work of becoming. And I've really been ruminating on this over the last couple of years, but then the last few months with a lot more focus on it. I'm currently writing a book titled What a Leader Owes Their Teams. And a lot of my writing and thinking right now is around that work of becoming, becoming the type of person you need to be a good leader, to be a good product manager, a systems thinker. And so I launched that newsletter and blog at Step Zero. I also launched a blog on fieldway.org. So Fieldway is my consulting business. It didn't have a blog. And what's funny is one of the things I've done in the last few months is I vibe coded new websites, and I've moved off of the web hosting platform I was on. And I felt really good about everything I did. And then I had a chat with Claude, and I was like, we did all this work and made new, really high performing websites. Like the Core Web Vital Scores are really good. And I invested a lot of time and effort in expanding my case studies and doing all this writing. And I was like, Claude, why aren't I getting any traffic? And Claude's like, because you don't have that much content. Like there's just not much there. It's like, okay, I got to start a blog. I gotta start adding some new stuff. So doing that on Fieldway. I'm also launching a new service. I just launched this last week called Fieldway Intelligence Services. It is a managed intelligence service that came out of a client engagement where there was just a lot of documents that they needed processed and managed and synthesized and analyzed. And so I built some systems to do that. And it's still very much with me as the consultant in the loop doing reading and thinking, but it's massively sped up. So it's work that, a few years ago would have taken me weeks. It's work that I have paid other agencies for in the past. And I'm able to do it a lot faster now than I used to be able to, which is pretty cool. So I've been building a number of other AI tools. I've signed some new clients. I've also restructured my company this year. So I am now filing taxes as an S-corp. We have health insurance through the company, which is super exciting. I realized that I've been carrying this stress for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years of like, what happens if I get laid off and I lose my health insurance? And not even that, but just year to year, the health insurance plans change, and that's stressful. And so now it's quite stable. And this realization that, like, for the first time ever, I can lay down that stress that I didn't even know I was carrying. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm busy, but I'm just loving it. I'm loving everything I'm doing with Fieldway. I'm really happy with it. So I feel like through the last few months of building and work and working with my counselor and just time, just time of healing. Um, I think I've got the energy now to come back to video. And so this video slots into my behind the scenes playlist, just to tell you a little bit about my work and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But it also serves as an opportunity to test a new video pipeline that I've been building. So a lot of what I'm building right now is to reduce friction in my work and automate stuff that um, just takes time. The short videos I was making at the end of last year, I was enjoying them and having fun, and I'd gotten the workflow down to about 15 minutes, which was pretty good. So from the time of like having the idea and recording to editing in DaVinci Resolve Studio and getting the file up on Facebook or not Facebook at the time, but YouTube and LinkedIn with a written description. Yeah, the time of getting all that was about 15 minutes, and that's quick. That's really good. I felt good about that. But even that 15 minutes became overwhelming uh, when my emotional capacity declined. And so I have now automated this end to end where I record a video like this. And what I'm going to be testing out with this video is I drop it into a folder with the transcript. So I'll open it in DaVinci Resolve. I'll do quick edits. I'll export the transcript, drop that into a folder. And from there, it should be fully automated by my AI systems. So it's going to read the transcript. It's going to write descriptions. It's going to identify clips. It's going to create vertical video clips for shorts. It'll upload the long form YouTube video. And then my director of marketing agent is going to add the shorts to the editorial calendar and schedule to send those out. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling it won't work, or at least not as smoothly as I would like, but we'll test it out. And this gives me an opportunity to keep iterating on it. I built quite a few tools the last few months. I was hoping to release some of them as open source. I'm finding that I am having to build, like they're getting so tightly coupled with my other systems and websites that I can't really release them. But for the things that I can release, I will be. And then the rest, I will record videos to my behind the scenes to hopefully give people inspiration so they can build their own. So even if I can't release the code, maybe I can share some things that can help you build your own systems for your work. So that's kind of where I'm at. I had this realization last year with all of my work that my number one strength, and according to Clifton's strengths, is Relator. It's one-on-one relationships. And that's what I love. That's what I love to do. That's partly why I decided to stop trying to build a B2C, like volume business, and focus more consultancy and one-on-one relationships. And so automating away all the stuff that is not one-to-one relationships, it's not talking to people and connecting with people or like writing the content to connect with people. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to build. So the focus is on content connection, not the machinery, but hopefully I can share some things that'll be interesting to y'all. So that's where I'm at. We'll see how all this works. I'm going to go do a quick edit on this, drop it in the folder, go to lunch, and see what I've got at the end. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for coming back after months of me being gone. And I look forward to connecting more with you through YouTube. I love getting comments on these things and questions and answering people. So if there's anything I can be doing for you, anything that you'd like to hear from me about, please let me know. And looking forward to it. See ya.